So welcome to session 3 for Verilog subject, that is module 3 gate level modeling. Okay, so we have in module 3 two chapters, gate level and data flow modeling. So for the first part will be the gate level modeling. In that we are seeing the third session. So in the previous session, so we have seen the gate primitives, okay, which are the gate primitives are there, which are supported by the Verilog language, and after that we have seen how to instantiate in the language, means in the Verilog how to instantiate these primitives. So and how to instantiate the array of instances, that also we have seen. So now in this session, so you'll see how to construct the Verilog description using the gate level modeling, means what are the primitives what you have studied, by using that how to construct the circuit. Okay, and for that we will consider one example, that is 4:1 multiplexer. So by taking the example of 4:1 multiplexer, we will see how to construct the Verilog module in the gate level modeling. Okay, so let us see here we are considering the 4:1 multiplexer. In that, the as I say, so for this gate level modeling, the input should be the logic circuit, that is in terms of gate, so that we call as logic circuit. By using that, you will write the design block, that is Verilog code, and for that we will write the stimulus in the sense we call as test bench. Okay, so to check the design block whether it is working, the functionality is working properly or not, so that it will be checked using the, means design block will be checked using the stimulus block. Okay, all these things we will see in this session. So now, so as we know, so what is means the multiplexer. So multiplexer is a one, so which will select the one of the input, okay, which will select one of the input and it will assign to the output here. Okay, as the 4:1 multiplexer, as the name suggests, the 4 inputs will be there and one output will be there. Okay, out of 4 input, so one of the input will be connected as it is, so whatever input is there I naught, so that it will be passed to the out, okay, based on the select lines. So these we call as a select lines, that is S0 and S1 we call as select lines. Based on that we will select input and we will assign to the output here. Okay, so the truth table of that we can give it is there here. So as S0 and S1 are inputs which are used as select lines, if both are 0 0, if both are 0 0, and I1 will be, sorry, I0 will be assigned to output. When the select lines are 0 1, so I1 will be assigned to output, and if the input is 1 0, and I2 will be assigned to output. Similarly, when the input is select line is 1 1, so I3 will be assigned to out here. Okay, so that's what it is mentioned in the truth table. So this we call as truth table here of the 4:1 multiplexer. So basically it will be used, so in the practical applications when there are many data, okay, when there are many data from different devices waiting for to communicate or waiting for to display or waiting for to transfer, so in that case, based on the address or based on the select lines, okay, we will consider one of the device and assign to the data bus, so which it may go to any microprocessor or microcontroller for reading or for displaying. Okay, so this is the practical application, that is 4:1 multiplexer. This is how to describe in the Verilog HDL by using the gate level modeling. So as I said, in gate level modeling we should have the input in terms of logic circuit. So whatever the design we want to write the Verilog code, so that design should be in the form of gates, that is logic circuit. So as we see the multiplexer, okay, we have the 2 select lines, 4 inputs here and 1 output here, and this is a logic circuit. In that it has 4 AND gates, 1 OR gate and 2 NOT gates. Okay, so whenever the select line is 0 0, select line is 0 0, okay, and it will become 1 1 here, here it is 0 0, but here it will become, after NOT gate it will become 1 1, which is connected to first gate. and here the same thing connected to first gate, and I naught is connected. For AND gate, when all the inputs are 1 1 1, output is 1 here. If you take other gates, so that is directly connected here, okay, that is 0. And for this gate, okay, it is not, but here it is directly connected, that is 0. And for third gate, and this again it is directly connected, so as these two values are 0, other outputs will be 0. So okay, 1 2, other outputs will be 0, this will become 1. So for OR gate, if any one of the input is 1, the output will become 1. So here, so 1 in the sense, sorry, here it is not 1 here. So whatever I naught is there, if as these two inputs are 1, if I naught is 0, output will be 0. If I naught is 1, then output will be 1. The same thing, it will be transferred to the out signal. Okay, so this is how the multiplexer will work and the logic circuit for that. And now how to utilize these logic circuit to write the gate level modeling. So now, as we are seeing, so this is the logic circuit what we have. So in that case, first we need to define, okay, so there is there are 4 inputs, IO inputs, and these are select lines, one is output. Okay, if you see the dotted lines, outside the dotted lines, so that we need to declare. So module is a keyword, and mux4 underscore 21 is the name of the module for multiplexer design. And as I said, first we need to declare output, that is this signal, and then inputs I0, I1, I2 and I3, and select lines S0 and S2. So this is we call as port list, and we have declared. So after that we have declared just what are inputs and outputs, and here we are defining, in the sense here we are declaring which are the inputs and outputs out of in the port list. This we call as port list. Okay, out is output, and I0 to I3 and S0 S1 are input. So all are in single line because all are, the size is single bit. Okay, all these values are single bit, so we can define in single line. Then intermediate signals, okay, we can see here S1n, S0n, Y0, Y1, Y2, Y3, all these we call as intermediate signals. So that we are declaring with the wire. So always we will declare the intermediate signals with the keyword or data type we call as wire. So after declaration and port list definition, so now we need to write the gate level modeling. So it will start from here. Okay, so first we need to see how many gates are there or primitives are there. So 4, 2, 6 plus 1. Totally there are 7 primitives. So 7 statement or 7 instantiates should be there. The first one, NOT gate. So the NOT gate, S1n is output and S1 is input. First one is over. Next, NOT gate, S0n is output and S0 is input. Okay, so here they have not written instance name. As we are saying, they have not written instance name. So as we have know that without instance name also it is valid. So there is no problem for working. So by seeing the signals, input output signals, we can see that the first NOT gate, second NOT gate, like that. Okay, then after NOT gate, the first AND gate, that is this one, Y0 is output, I0 is input, and S1n, S0n. Okay, that is S1n, S0n is connected to first gate. Okay, so that is the first instantiation. Similarly, second AND gate, Y0 is Y1 is output, and I1, S1n, S0, these are connected for second gate. Similarly, for third and fourth gate, we are writing instantiations. Okay, so after writing AND gate and NOT gates, the next one last is OR gate. So OR gate have one output but 4 inputs. One output, 4 inputs. So out is a signal, output signal, and Y0 to Y3. Okay, Y0 to Y3 we have declared for the OR gate here. Okay, so after that, and each one should be after declaration instantiation, we should give the semicolon. So this is a must, semicolon. Okay, so after writing covering all the gates, the last we should declare the means we should write the end module. So every module will have the end module, which is also the keyword which indicates end of the program here or end of the code. So what we have done here, so we have first write the what are the inputs and outputs in the port list, then we have declared what are the inputs and outputs with respect to port list, then we have defined intermediate signals, then we have taken one by one component and instantiated individually, okay, with respect to the signals, output signal and the input signal. Okay, so this is how to write the gate level modeling, okay, for the circuit given. So here what we have considered is 4:1 multiplexer. Okay, this we call as design block. So after seeing design block, so now we'll move on to the that is stimulus block. So that we call as test bench also. Okay, so why it is required is, so once we write the program, so we need to verify whether is it working properly or not. So that it will be done by writing the stimulus block. So the stimulus block, the module is again keyword. The stimulus block will not have the inputs and outputs. For example, if it is design block, so stimulus block is like this, so which will provide inputs to this, and if any outputs are there, it will take, means external the stimulus will don't have any inputs and outputs. So because of this reason, okay, the stimulus don't have the port list here. Okay, but what are the intermediate signals? So as I said, if it is the design block, so whatever the inputs and the outputs of design block will act as the intermediate signals for the stimulus. So because of that, so those we need to declare. So always the inputs of the design block we should declare it as register, that is IN0 to IN3 and S0 S1, and inputs we should declare it as register data type, and outputs we should declare it as a wire. It is exactly reverse. In the design block we will declare inputs as wire and output as register or wire, but usually register. But here in the test bench, inputs will declared as register and output we will declared as a wire. And the name, what the names we are using, so the name we will use in a just different names we can use. There the small letters we have used, and here we are using the cap letters. Okay, so after declaring the inputs and outputs of design block, that which are act as intermediate signals for stimulus block, then we need to instantiate the design block, means module name, for which module we are writing the test bench, for which module we are giving the inputs. So this is the name, the mux4_7, this is the name of the module what we have written for design block. Okay, for the design block, okay, the module name is mux_2_1, that we need to write. After that, this is instance name, that okay, any name we can give. So after that, we need to write the name, we need to write these port lists compulsory as they are in the module, means in the module design block, first we have defined the output, then I0 to I3, then S1 S0. In the same order we need to define here also. So there are two methods as we have seen in the module 2. Okay, so there are two methods of instantiating or connecting the signals to the stimulus block. Okay, this is one of the method. This we call as order, name by order. Okay, as the order what we have used in the design block, in the same name we need to use here. Okay, so after instantiating, after declaration, so now we need to move on to the what we need to give the start to give the values, the inputs for the design block. So as we know, I0 to I3 are inputs, so we are initially declaring as IN as 1, IN1 as 0, IN2 as 1, IN3 as 0. This should be within. So initially is again a keyword. After initial we need to write begin. Okay, so we need to write the begin. So begin and end we will use when we are using more than one statement. Okay, so initial is again keyword here. Okay, so now initially we are making as like input 1 0 and 1 0. We are making as 1 0 1 0, I naught 1, I naught, I1, I2 and I3. Okay, so after that we are used some delay. Hash 10 is a delay, so usually it will be nanosecond based on the tool, but we can take it as nanosecond. Dollar display system task, which will display the values. This will display the values. Which values? What we are mentioning here, I0 to I3. Which format? Percentage B in binary it will display. Okay, this is the format, the syntax what we need to use to display the values what we are giving. In binary we are displaying what are the values, these values. Okay, so after that we have given inputs. Now we'll start with giving the select lines. Select lines we have given as 0 0 first. After 0 0 we have given I0 to I3. Then we need to see the output. What output? Again that we need to give delay and S0 S1 what are the values and what will be the output. Okay, so we are displaying select lines and we are displaying the output. Means we are giving input as 1 0 1 0, select line as 0 0. If these are the inputs, and what will be the output? Okay, so what should be the output when inputs are select lines 0 0? The I0 should work as come, so the output should be 1. So you'll see at the end how the values will display. Okay, similarly the next we are giving as 0 1, select lines 0 and 1. The same thing again we are using the display line to display the next output. Okay, because as the select line is changed, again we are displaying those values select lines by using the one more dollar display function system task. Okay, so next it is continued here. Next pattern, that is 0 and 1. Okay, the same thing we have written 0 and 1 what are outputs, and again 1 0 combination what is output, and 1 1 combination what are the select lines and what will be the output. So to display that we are using the system task called as dollar display, and each input will be means each input will be given by the delay of 10 nanosecond. If you don't give the delay, then we can't see the effect of input on the output. Okay, so if you have the delay, then we can see the results properly. So now this is how to write the test bench. Okay, so after giving all the inputs, write the initially we had written begin, then write the end and write the end module. Okay, this is how we need to write the stimulus block to test the design block. Okay, so what we need to do? So we need to write the declaration. So we need to write the declaration, and we must instantiate which module, for which module we are writing the test bench. Then give the values between begin and end with first give the values, then delay. Okay, then display the what input we have given. Okay, so like this we covered all the combinations. Then we have written end and end module. So this completes the stimulus block what we need to write. So after writing this, the values in the output, the values will represent like this. Means these are the input values. Then again after that S0 both are 0 0. As I said, output will be 1, and if the input is 0 1 select line, output is 0 1 0 1 and 1 1 0. Okay, so this is how the output will come on the screen in the tool. Okay, so we have not put the waveform here. So waveform what it will come from the tool. So in this session, so what we are seeing here, how to write the gate level modeling. Okay, how to write the gate level modeling by taking the example that is 4:1 multiplexer, and for that we need the input as logic circuit, that should be in terms of gates, and by writing design block we will check that with writing the stimulus block. Okay, so this is what the summary. So the requirements of gate level, what is the requirement? So basically the logic circuit. Okay, that is nothing but gates. Okay, then we have written design block and stimulus block, and we have seen how to write the design and stimulus block by taking the 4:1 multiplexer. okay, and also we have seen how to use the system task, means we have used dollar display, okay, we have used the dollar display, okay. What it will do, it will display the what are the present contents of the variables, inputs and outputs. So these all things we have seen in the this session, and the same, the reference is the textbook Samir Panitkar described in the textbook. Okay, thank you.